Round 1. Fight!
What's going on, BW Sports One World? It is your boy Dalion, and we are here for another episode of Combat Zone. And tonight, we're talking nothing but bare knuckle. That's right, BKFC 16 is going to follow this show right after we're done, 8 p.m. Eastern. Let's get ready for a hell of a card. But first, we got to tell you, pay some bills and tell you who's all on our team. That's right, the Rockstar Realty, 317-503-8322. Buying or selling a home? Talk to Shawn at Talk to Tucker today. That's right, folks, 317-503-8322. Driving for Dyslexia, 317-643-1105. Everybody knows somebody that you may not know has dyslexia, and this non-for-profit organization helps with the resources for teachers to teach and help kids with dyslexia. 317-643-1105. And of course, if you want to look like this elite, you check out Elite Performance, baby. 765-499-1005. Call Zach Dirr today and get in shape. That's right. Elite Performance is where the dreams of elite fitness become reality. And Aries Academy, 317-537-7433. If you've never heard of Aries Academy, it gives you like godlike eyes. You know, they work on your eyes, your depth perception, your reaction time. It's awesome. 317-537-7433. Without further ado, I have a special guest co-hosting tonight with me. None other than the Bastard of Bare Knuckle, the green-haired geezer himself, Mr. Brandon Lambert. What is happening, brother?
What's going on, boss? Happy fight week. Happy fight day, actually.
Yes, fight day. It's finally here. The anticipation has been drawn to this point, and we are finally here March 19, 2021 in Biloxi, Mississippi. Cannot wait for BKFC 16.
It is absolutely amazing. Like, I didn't think that I could be as excited for a card as Knucklemania, you know, because I was on it. Mm-hmm. I'm probably not going to get out of my seat all night when I get in there tonight. There's every single fight I'm excited to watch.
Yes.
Nate Shook is doing an amazing job at keeping these cards stacked, keeping them entertaining, and giving the fans fights that they want to see, even when they don't know they want to see them. There's going to be a couple fights here tonight that breakout stars will be born.
I can't agree with you more than that comment right there, because I'm looking at the card and it's like, holy shit, this is Knucklemania 2.0. I mean, you had a stat card back in February. Now we have another stat card here in March, and we're building in April and May, and I cannot wait. But I know that there is a fight that you have been trying to get together. You've called Nate. You've called everybody at the BKFC. Let's make it happen. The guys supposedly blocked you. You know, I follow everybody's social media. You know, I see what everybody says. I don't necessarily get involved unless I'm just throwing, you know, like I did on yours. It's like shots fired just to kind of get it on. But, you know, Brandon, I'm going to give you this moment. So really quick, before we talk about that fight anticipation, I want to talk about kind of what's led up to this point since Knucklemania for yourself. I know you've been kind of all over the place. You know, my good buddy Christopher Rothstein down there in Florida had you on the show. You've been on several podcasts and video shows since then. What has your life been like since Knucklemania?
I mean, it's kind of been like kind of the same as it was when I first got signed. Like, you know, I have a lot of buzz still. I won't call it buzz, I guess. I have a lot of hate, a lot of energy coming my way. I have a lot of nice messages from people, you know, like you're an inspiration, keep doing what you're doing. And then I get others like, oh, you're a phony, you're a fraud, you suck, tell David I'll fight you. Like, It's gotten a lot crazier because people think that if they mention my name, that's how you get into the company. And it's just bewildering. I don't really block people on social media because I don't like being blocked. But I've had to block several people because they would comment on every photo. You can't fight. It'd be, I'd be on the beach. Oh, stay at the beach. You can't fight. It's just, so that I can't fight, yet they want me to go tell David Feldman to let them into the company so they can fight.
It's a hell of an oxymoron, isn't it?
It's retarded. Morons, not morons. It's wild. And it's not even from like casual fan. I have fucking fighters in the BKFC that are in the heavyweight, like dumbass Dave Mundell. He's talking shit, calling me out. Like, dude, you just fought Hector Lombard at 205 pounds. I just fought at 135. What the fuck are you doing?
Which you're going to stay at 145 going here on out, right?
45 or 55.
Okay.
Yeah. I could go up to I could do 170 if I wanted, but there's no reason because those dudes, I mean, wait till you see how big Joe Elmore will be tonight. I'm going there against that. Fuck all that. No.
I don't blame you. I just don't want to see anybody, like you go in there and try to cut 40-some pounds that quick again, because I just actually watched the weigh-ins for UFC tomorrow, and I can't remember the lady's name, but she's fighting on the card, and she stumbles 3 or 4 times at the weigh-ins because she's so dehydrated, and that is something that the combat sport industry in a whole just needs to kind of get a little bit of more control over as far as how much weight is really safe to cut. In your instance, I mean, you caught 44 pounds or something like that?
It was 37 pounds.
Okay. Close enough to 40. And that's a hell of a jump, man. And I'm not taking anything away from you at all, because you got in there, you put your balls on the side of the ring, and you said, I'm in here regardless of what people think of you. And I can't congratulate you and other people like yourself enough for doing that. But I want everybody to be safe as possible in the fight series. So I think the weight cut needs to have some type of restrictions on it. What do you think on that?
Yes and no. I believe yes, because you do have some fighters that, like me, that don't go with advice. I mean, nobody in my camp was like, yeah, we can make 135. They're like, call Nate, tell him you can't make 135. You can't do this. And my dumb ass, yeah, I'm going to do it, I almost paid the price. I took weight cuts lightly because I had never cut weight before. So it's not like I had cut a bunch of weight before and knew I had no idea what the fuck I was getting into.
Right.
I will never do that again. Because it takes around 12 to 24 hours for your body, your muscles to rehydrate, but it takes 36 to 72 hours for your brain to rehydrate. So if you don't have that fluid around your brain and you take a shot, your chin goes away. And I'm not saying that's what happened with me. I was totally gassed and exhausted is what happened with me. And I was outboxed by a great boxer. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to be like, oh, I was just tired and everything would have been different. I mean, the fight would have been different if I hadn't have cut that much weight, but I don't know if the outcome would have been different. Jared Grant is a very great fighter. You know what I mean? So I'm just thankful. He had no reason to get in there with me, and he allowed me that opportunity, and I can't thank him enough for that. He had nothing to gain by fighting me.
Right. Well, regardless, haters or no haters and fans or whatever, you got them all. And again, I cannot not show respect to somebody that does what you did, regardless of what people saying, regardless of what people say about your past and how much they want to kick your ass because they think that they're bigger and better and badder than you. Whatever. Fuck it. You did it. Congratulations. Now you're in. Now you can show us what you can really do on a full fight camp at 145 or 55. And I can't wait to see that. Now, speaking of, so obviously it doesn't look like the pond jumper is coming back over to the United States to fight, as far as I know. Maybe you know something different.
I think he's supposed to come back in May.
Okay, but not obviously he's not taking you up, right?
Nah, he wants no part of me. Yeah, he don't want no part of me. So I mean, I want that fight, and I'm still going to call for it. I'm not going away, Tyler. There's been talk that, they would like to see me win 3 fights, and then, maybe I could get a shot with them. And I understand that, like if you look at our performances, you can tell which one's better. You know what I mean? So I understand that. And I'm very good at getting to my goals. I've always accomplished all the goals I've set forth, and my goal is to fight Tyler Goodjohn and beat him. So if I have to fight 3 more times and win, that's what I'll do. But there is one guy that's on my list that I would like to for my first win for sure.
And let the world at BW Sports 1 know, if they don't already, the floor is yours. I want to give you like 2 minutes to literally just throw the promotion out there. Are you ready? The floor is yours for this fight. Hopefully a future announcement coming soon about this fight, because I'd love to see it.
Yeah, I mean, I want to fight the Florida Keys kid. I call him the Florida Keys fraud, John Lee Chalbeck. He was a very cool dude when we were backstage at the weigh-ins and shit, you know. And then after my fight, because I told him my story, why I was here, you know, for my kids and shit. And he went on a podcast and said, I don't know if it was an interview or a podcast, but the word got back to me and I heard it. This dude said that he was there for his kids and then he went there and quit. And I did not fucking quit. One thing that I did do is I fought a dude that had more wins than anybody that John Lee Chalbeck has faced. John matched his own fights in Michigan. He has a hard time getting fights in Michigan. That's why he came to Bare Knuckle, because he can't fight where he lives because he's a piece of shit. He was matching his own fights. He was paying off the promoters and co-promoting and shit when you're not allowed to do that. And I'm not going to let people just rip me down and talk about my situation. I have to stand up for it. So John Lee Chalbeck, I think you're a fraud. Now, I know that you're a fraud. I want to fight you in Miami at the Hard Rock Coliseum. I want to expose you. Yeah, you're a better boxer than me, but I have more heart and I'm a better fighter than you are. I'm not going to cut down to 135. I'll cut down to 145 and we'll meet in Miami and I'm going to beat your motherfucking ass for opening your mouth about my children. You're a drunk. You're drunk on every fucking podcast that you're on. And if you don't believe me, go back and watch all of his shit. He slurs his words. His eyes are all fucking hazy. He's moving around. The dude's a drunk. I don't like drunks. So John Lee Chalbeck, get off your high horse. Nate Shook, David Feldman, please let me have this fight. I can sell this fight. John's from Southern Florida. He can sell tickets. I can sell tickets from anywhere. Malo and John Chalbeck in Miami in May or June. Let's go.
Awesome. Again, I'm going to say it, brother. Shots fired, baby. Pew, pew, as my daughter says.
Pew, pew.
I love it. Like I said, man, I want to get you and John. Here it is, John. Let me know if you guys want to come on here, Combat Zone, get a one-on-one at BW Sports 1. I would love to have you. All right?
Please.
Now,
because every time we say anything or anytime anybody says anything about me, he says, come to my gym and sign a waiver and blah, 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 blah. I don't want to spar with you, John. I don't want to come to your gym because that's what happens is you're used to students coming into your gym and you beating them up. You fought nobody with a winning record. And in MMA, you fought nobody that ever won a fight, period. You were fighting debut guys when you were 3, 4, 5, and 6-0, and that's bullshit. Sign the goddamn contract. Let's fucking do this.
There you go, folks. Nate, Dave, I hope you're listening to this because I know he wants this to happen. I don't think John's necessarily against it. I mean, I think he wants to fight. Let's fight. Let's get it going.
I think that he will fight anybody. He'll definitely fight me because of my record. I'm right up his wheelhouse. But I think he's just coming into BKFC to get these big high-profile fights. They give him a top 5 or 6 guy, he'll get annihilated.
Well, time will tell, sir. Time will tell. Let's see it. Nate Shook, David Feldman, you heard it here once again. The Bastard of Bare Knuckle is ready for Chalbeck, the Florida Keys kid. Now, moving on to BKFC 16. We're going to do a little pick'em here. We got a little pick'em situation going on here because we got 10 fights. I think there was originally 11 fights on the card.
Yeah.
One dropped off. Not too sure what happened. Maybe you can tell me on that.
Yeah, Audra Cummins was supposed to fight Jermaine Renault.
Oh, no. I knew Audra's deal because some situation was happening on personal life of her opponent, so that got booked up. But there was another one that I thought was on the card originally, but cut off here just this week.
That one I'm not sure about.
Okay.
I was just familiar with Audra's situation.
Hold on here. The Adam Pellerano versus Mark Irwin. Did they make weight?
I I mean, what the
I didn't even
fuck?
see him at the weigh-ins yesterday.
I never even heard that because I want to fight Mark Irwin.
Okay. Well, it was put on BKFC's Facebook page a few days ago, probably about a week ago, and then the fight card, the picture came out, and they weren't on it, so that's why I kind of figured that it was cut for some reason.
Yeah, I have no idea. I mean, hopefully, hopefully nobody got injured. You know what I mean? I know that Mark came from the tryouts in Plant City.
Okay.
I believe that's who that is. I believe that's that dude from California. It's got all the old school boxer tattoos.
I believe so.
Yeah, and in Pellerano, I mean, he's a local Mississippi guy, so I hope everything's all right with them for sure. I like Adam. I think he called me out a little while ago or whatever, but I have a lot of respect for Adam. I like him a lot. He's a good man. Yeah,
I mean, in the fight world, just because you call somebody out doesn't mean you don't respect them.
Exactly.
Respect and dislike is two different things. It's separate. You can like somebody that you're going up against, still respect them, but still want to beat the shit out of them. Absolutely. And that's the name of the game.
Absolutely.
All right. So we'll go to the first fight of the night. Ryan Jones versus Eric Thompson. Let's hear your pick. What are you thinking?
Well, I mean, that's going to be a badass fight. This is Ryan's debut. I mean, he's had, other experiences, but I think this is his pro, if I'm not mistaken, or I know it's his bare knuckle debut.
Correct.
Trains with Quentin Henry. So, I mean, anybody that trains with Quentin, anybody that's from the South is going to be tough. And then War Daddy, I mean, he's just a big ass dude, man.
He's a thick man.
Yeah. So, like both guys, man. He Thompson was very, very cordial and nice to me when we met at the hotel. And I've been hanging out with Ryan Jones, and I'm close with Henry, because he's one of my stable mates for my my management team.
Isn't Ryan on that management team?
I don't think right now. I think he's just
okay.
Here, because he got signed like kind of short notice type of deal. So,
gotcha.
Like why take a guy's fucking money when he's the one that got signed? You know what I mean? So,
true.
Hopefully he does come to go after the fight. But that fight right there, the fans are going to win that one. I think that one's going to be a good fight because, you got a really gritty fighter in Thompson, and then you got because I haven't seen Jones fight yet, but just from his personality and his energy, he's just a good old Southern boy. And my experiences with them is they can throw down. So I think it's going to be an exciting fight.
You're not going to pick it. You got to pick it.
Jones, man, because he's in my corner. Like I like that dude a lot. So let's go with Ryan Jones.
All right, you're going to go with Ryan Jones, and I am going to go against you because of how thick Eric is, man. As long as he doesn't get winded, which I don't see him happening because he is very, very stamina built, I think Eric Thompson pulls this out. Nothing against Ryan Jones at all, but I just think that Eric's excelled just a little bit more to get this win tonight.
I mean, I'm kind of in the same boat with you. I'm doing a personal pick because I like guys, and I'm closer with Ryan. But I'm just excited, man, because like I know what Thompson can do. You know what I mean? So I'm excited to see what Jones can do. It's going to be a really good fight. Like it's going to be a really good fight. It's going to be a great way to open up the card.
Damn straight with that. That is no lie. Next up, Tyler Hill versus Zion Tomlinson. Now I have one quick question. Is this Kane's son, brother, son?
He's senior because he has a son named Zion Jr.
Gotcha. Okay, I knew that they were related. I wasn't too sure if it was father, son, or how that was, but obviously having that name, and they looked identical, so I knew that there was some relation there. So who are you going? I think this may have been one of the ones that you said earlier that would be just a star in the making type deal, correct?
Yeah. Zion's going to come out and everybody's going to know his name tonight. Zion put down Aiken over the line, and I didn't see that happening at all. And he impressed me a lot. That dude is country tough. Roanoke, no joke. I'm going with Zion all the fucking way.
Roanoke, no joke. I like that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you know what? I'm agreeing with you on this one. I think Zion is coming with some fire. And anytime somebody wants to debut, not debut because he was with Total Line, but this is his first, BKFC card appearance. And I think he's going to be phenomenal. Nothing against Tyler Hill. Again, I think Zion's just he's that much better, just that step better on him, and he has absolutely nothing to lose, and that makes somebody dangerous in the ring, cage, and however you want to put it.
Yep. Yeah, I'm going with Zion all the way.
All right. Now I know I bet I know who you're going to pick in this one. No, yes. Sorry. You got Brad Kelly versus your boy, Elvin Brito. And I'm going to guess you're going to go with Brito.
Oh, yeah, all day. But I have a lot of love for Brad Kelly. So I don't know how I'm going to get any win in there. I may just stand up and clap for whoever wins.
Right.
That's going to be a hard fight for me because I love Elvin to death. Like, Elvin's my family. I love that guy. Like, I love that guy. So that's going to be a very hard fight for me.
And that's who you went down to train with down in Puerto Rico, correct?
That's who I'm training with currently. Like, I'm going back down when we leave here. I'm going back down to Puerto Rico with him. That's my guy. You know what I mean? Like, that's
beautiful view down there, by the way. All those videos you do, it's like, damn, I want to see that.
No, I do that because the scenery makes me look better. You know what I mean? My form, and they start looking at that. I was like, that's beautiful. That's really good. Like, see?
I like that. I like that. With this fight, I'm kind of with you as far as the family feel, just on the other side. Brad Kelly is an amazing guy. I have gotten a chance to talk to him on a personal level. Him and Audra are a dynamic duo. Machine Gun Kelly, it just fits, man. And nothing at all against Elvin, because I think this is going to be one hell of a fight. I just got to go the opposite way on the personal side, just like you do with Elvin. So I think we're going to be split. But again, I'll stand up and cheer for whoever wins this fight because there's nothing but respect for both of them.
Yeah, I'm gonna be giving both of them hugs and kisses on the cheek and tell them both I love them. I got a lot of love for Brad. Brad has been very, very nice to me when he didn't have to be. He didn't know me from Adam, and he's accepted me as a friend since day one. So I have a lot of love for Brad Kelly and his family as well. So it's gonna be
Definitely. Next up, we have David Diaz versus Spencer Ruggieri. Let's hear your thoughts on this one, brother.
This is either going to be a break somebody, or it's going to be one of the most embarrassing train wrecks that you've ever seen on TV. I feel Diaz's energy. I like Diaz's energy. I believe it's authentic. With Spencer, a lot of people think that like his aura and shit, like that's him to the core. I believe that's him in public. I don't believe that's him, like me. I'm me all day long. Like if I'm trolling you, I'm trolling you in real, real life too. Like I'm not just doing it for show. Like I am me all the time. And I don't feel that with Spencer. I don't see that in his eyes. Me and Diaz kind of come from the same background. We've done the same things, been in the same life. And I see it in his eyes. Like I think he's a dog, but I just do not know if he can fight.
It's going to be interesting.
I'm excited for this fight. I'm not excited for how it's being promoted and shit because, I believe I have a lot more energy than both those guys, and I didn't get promoted at all. And then these dudes coming down doing the same shit I did, and I guess they went to the tryouts or whatever, but I don't know. It kind of pissed me off that they were promoting them. So if Spencer wins, I would like to fight him because I think our auras and our energies together could sell a fight really good. So I would cut down to 135 again to fight him. But I don't want anything to do with Diaz as far as like fighting him because there's no reason. There's plenty enough space for our energies, but me and Spencer would be mega energies in the company, and there's not room for both of us.
I can see that definitely. So you going with Spencer?
No, I'm going to go with Diaz.
Going Diaz?
Yeah.
Okay.
But Spencer wins. I'm stay tuned.
Well, I'm picking Spencer just for the hell of it because I want to see that damn fight. So, no, I do believe, I'm not there in person to watch the weigh-ins and everything like you guys are and see these guys face to face. However, I kind of agree with you that Diaz is authentic, but man, it would not. it wouldn't be a bad fight to watch between you and Rogeri. So I'm going to pick Rogeri just to see this damn fight happen.
That's one fight that I really do. I would like. I just want to see. I want to see how it plays out. And it's not. I don't like him. Like I'm not saying I don't like Spencer or anything like that. I'm not saying that at all. I think he's a cool dude. Like
right.
I was hanging out with him downstairs. Like I'm not going to be fake about that. It's not that I don't like him. It's just I don't like the energy that he's bringing to the company, and there's not me and him. So if he wins that fight, I believe that he has to fight me.
There you go. You heard it here, folks. You heard it here. I got a lot of we got the next 2 fights right there for you, Brandon.
I know.
Next 2 fights, John, Spencer. Then you only need a 3rd one, and then you can get Tyler.
Exactly. So somebody's going to come along. Somebody's going to come along and fill up that 3rd spot and be my ticket to Good John. So
there you go. I can't wait. Again, I say it like a fanboy, but I can't wait to see good fights put together, regardless. If I like you, if I don't like you, I want to see damn good fights, and that's what BKFC has been doing.
My next fight, people will be begging to watch me get back in there, I promise you. After my next fight, people are going to be like, okay, this dude's legit. And
you will shut half of them haters up, but you know you're still going to have them.
Oh, yeah.
Here's what it is. Next up, Adrian Miles versus Jason Fish.
Hook
Who
'em.
you got? I have nothing else to say but that. Yep. Yeah. He's a big boy, man.
Yeah, they're both big dudes.
They are. It's just something about Fish, man. I look at him, I'm like, right? All right. So we both got Jay's Fish. Next up, this is a big one. UFC vet Melvin Gillard versus Scott O'Shaughnessy.
All right, so I'm going to get a lot of hate for this one. I'm going to pick O'Shaughnessy because I've watched Melvin break numerous times. And Shaughnessy is a man.
Do you know what Scott does for a living?
I have no idea.
I had him on there for an interview a couple weeks ago. He is he's a homicide detective just out of New Orleans.
That's
you know that dude has seen some shit, been in some shit. He even said he's been in, firefights with people. I don't see him breaking, like you said. I think that O'Shaughnessy takes this and shocks, I'll say, quote unquote, shocks the world.
Well, that's who I'm picking is O'Shaughnessy. I've watched Gillard break numerous.
Right. Yeah, I was totally agreeing with you because I think a lot of people just know the name Melvin Gillard and they're looking at, O'Shaughnessy, who's this guy? Oh, Melvin Gillard's going to beat him. No, I disagree with all those half-ass fans.
Yeah.
Next up, we got Caleb Harris versus Noah Cutter. Who you got?
I got to go with
Did your video go out?
Shit, yeah, sorry.
Hey, there you are. I got to see your face, man. I love seeing the Bastard of Bare Knuckle.
My phone keeps jacking up because of the damn internet here, so I apologize.
I'm
going to go with Noah because Noah's just massive.
He is a big boy. And that's one. Is that 155?
No, dude, they're 170, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, Noah's big and Noah's tough. But chose Caleb, so I got to go with Noah just because on size.
Okay. Just to make this interesting, I'm gonna go against you. I'm gonna pick Caleb Harris just to make this interesting. I think, like you said, both of them are pretty good fighters, and they're both, they definitely got that fire in them. I think Caleb's been looking for something to give him attention, and I think this could be the fight to happen.
Yeah, I mean, whoever wins this fight is going to be on a platform to move up. Like, I would love to see maybe I think it's 65, not 70 that they're fighting at.
Okay.
Because I really want a 165-pound tournament kick off. So, So I want to find out who the players are, So I believe because there's a couple of 165-pound fights tonight, and I'm hoping that the winners of those are put into the tournament and we start this tournament. I want to start seeing belts on the line. You know what I mean? We've only got 3 belts or something.
Yep.
So, these belts going on. Let's get me back in there, get me at 145 and get me in a motherfucking tournament. You know what I mean?
I want to see that because that 45 tournament's been talked about already this year and I'm ready for it.
Yeah. That's what I want, dude. I want to fight 3 to 4 times a year.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So like I'm 38 years old. I don't have 10 years to develop this. Like I'm ready to go, you know, like I got 4 or 5 years left in me before I retire. And I want to get in here and get in the mix. Like
What a fucking birthday present. You know, happy birthday, by the way. I know I reached out to you on the day, but this is a couple days later. Happy birthday from all of us at BW Sports 1. You're in Biloxi. You're drinking green beer, green water, whatever it is.
bear.
You know? There you go. There you go. It's not you're not on the card. This is you to have fun week, right?
I'm a fan this week, man. I ain't fighting, so I'm having a good ass time. You know what I mean? I'm out here with my friends. I got, you know, my fight family. So I'm truly blessed, man. I'm truly blessed right now. I could be happier, but right now I couldn't be happy. You know what I mean?
There you go. There you go. Now I know we're kind of crunching on time, but we got 3 more fights to get over. The featured fight of the night, Bobo O'Bannon versus Arnold Adams. The very first original heavyweight title holder in BKFC goes up against a guy who the last fight we didn't see what he really was made of because there was something inside of him that wasn't right. And he will tell you, he's told me, now he's ready. Who you going with?
Man, again, I like both of these guys. You know, man.
I'm putting you on the spot, brother. You know that.
Because Arnold is good, man, and he's tough and shit. And then if you look at Bobo's last fight, you're like, oh, you know, Arnold's going to walk through him. But Bobo's tough and has heart, and he has a lot that he's fighting for. Not that Arnold doesn't, you know, but I got to go with Bobo on this one because I got to go with Bobo on it. Like, he just seems like, you know, like he needs this. You know, like Arnold could just be like, I'm Arnold Adams. It's whatever it is. Like, I can either win this or not. So I'm not saying he's not taking it serious. I just think that Bobo has a lot more to fight for in this right now in his heart. So I got to go with Bobo.
I agree with that. You know, the situation with his wife, Britain, and her battle that she's going through medically, you know, the naysayers from the last fight, the Shoemaker fight back in December, oh, he's washed up, he's done, he's over, blah, blah, blah. And you look at him now compared to that fight, just physique-wise, you see that obviously this man came really prepared this time around.
Yep.
And I look at mybookie.ag where you can bet on the 3 top fights for tonight. Use promo code BWSports1, obviously, to get a 50% deposit match and a $10 free bet at mybookie.ag. They have Bobo as a slight underdog at plus 160 to Arnold Adams minus 200. I am going for the upset. Bobo is my big little brother down in the South. I have personal feelings towards him and Britain. I cannot wait to see Bobo's arm raised and all those haters just shut up.
Yeah, I agree, man. I think it'd be really good. Because, you know, his whole family's out here for this fight. So I want to see them up cheering and having a good time. Britain deserves a really good night. And I hope tonight is a very good night for Bobo.
I think we're going to witness it. I hope so. And I hope we're both right on that.
So,
now, moving on to the co-main event where we have Reggie Barnett Jr. versus Chop Chop Corley. Who you going with, brother?
Educated hands, baby. Easy E all day.
There you go.
The reason being is because I'm not a big fan of Chop Chop. I mean, as far as the athlete and the boxer, I think he's great. I just don't like him as a human being. So I want to see Reggie go out there and do what Reggie does. And
you got to elaborate just a little bit on that. Tell the BW Sports 1 fans what you're talking about.
Well, so my management team, they had a podcast, and, you know, they want to promote fighters. You know, they're giving platforms to fighters to, you know, give their story out or whatever. Mm-hmm. And Chop Chop wanted to get paid to get on the podcast. And he's just like, I'm tired of talking for free, blah. I just think he thinks he's entitled to shit, and I don't think he is. You know, he come in here, I don't think he's any better than me. You know what I mean? Like, this is his debut. So as far as this is concerned, I'm a veteran in the sport compared to his debut ass, so he needs to show me a little bit of respect. You know what I mean? Not that he's disrespected me or anything. It's just, I just don't like his attitude, man. Like, I know that I come across cocky and brash, but I'm a very respectable person. I like to, you know, I give respect to people, and I don't feel that with him. And I want to see him humbled tonight by Reggie.
Well, I think you're going to get your wish granted because I think Reggie Barnett will have his hand raised. I think he's more technical. I think he's more sound, especially on his feet. The movement, I think Reggie's going to work him out and get his arm raised at the end of the fight.
Yep, I believe it too.
All right. Main event. This is one that I don't want anybody to blink. Don't get up to go to the bathroom. Don't get up to get a pop, a beer, a bag of popcorn, a bag of chips. Nothing for this main event when Leonard Garcia, the bad boy, comes in against the hitman, Joe Elmore. And honestly, I think this should be for a belt, but that's not me calling it. What's your thoughts on this matchup?
Man, this is going to be a barn burner, dude. I'm a fan of Leonard. I don't know him personally. I did meet him, and we shook hands, and went to eat with him and shit. But I'm really good friends with Joe Elmore, and I'm not gonna pick against that man. So I'm gonna go Joe Elmore.
I talked to both of them last week. Had them both on the show. Great guys. They show nothing but respect to each other. And it was kind of like what we were talking about earlier. You can respect each other. You don't have to dislike somebody to want to fight them.
Right.
These are both, I would say, 1A and 1B in the weight division. There's not one and number two. To me, this is just an equal matchup, as equal as anybody's going to get. And we're about to see some fire on both sides. Real quick, I didn't call out, just to let you know, Corley is an underdog at plus 120 to Barnett minus 150.
Yeah.
Excuse me. On this one, Joe Elmore is the favored by minus 155 to Leonard Garcia's plus 125. Like you said, I like them both. I don't know them personally, neither one of them. I've watched them both in their careers. Obviously I've seen Leonard Garcia for years now in the MMA world. I've seen a little bit of Joe Elmore, and that's no disrespect to him. I just, our paths have never crossed until recently. It's that look in their eyes, man. Both of them have that look, and I don't honestly. I got to lean towards your boy, the Hitman, man. I think that either one of these guys could put the hands on the chin and it'd be a done deal. Though Joe Elmore has never been knocked out.
That's the only reason that I'm saying,
man,
good fight, and Leonard's gonna have a hard night a long night.
Does it go all 5 rounds?
I think so, because it's hard to put Leonard out too, man.
Yep.
I just think that the damage part, the power shots is what's going to win the fight, I believe. And probably be a decision. And I don't think that, I don't think Leonard's going to get fucked up. I just think that he's going to eat the more powerful shots. And that's
I'm going to have to disagree real quick. I think both of them are going to get fucked up by each other, but this is going to be one hell of a fight.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. Like, beat fucked him up, but that's going to be a bloodbath.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's one of the bloodiest fights that you've seen in BKFC. I know that because those dudes don't give a fuck.
Right. They're putting it in there. They're ready to die. They both said it. Yeah, I'm ready to die in here, and that's what a true warrior mentality has to be. Like you have even said in the past, last time you came on with me, you're ready to die for this shit, and that's the mentality you got to have when you prepare yourself and come into that ring and face somebody that is there to kill you on the opposite end.
Yeah, and what people don't understand is I was on the verge of death during that weight cut, so I was prepared to die. You know what I mean? So there's very select few people in this world that can do what we do.
Very true. Very true. The Bastard of Bare Knuckle, sir. Thank you again for being my co-host on the BKFC 16 prediction show. Floor is yours. Who do you want to thank? Shout outs to.
Well, I want to thank my coach, Cesar Gonzalez from Puerto Rico, Elvin Brito, obviously, my management team, everybody on the management team, even the fighters, everybody that helps behind the scenes. I want to thank my boy Drew, King Mo. Big love to Brock Weaver for always being in my corner, literally and figuratively, and to all the supporters and all the haters. I mean, it doesn't matter what they're saying as long as you're in the conversation. So keep talking about me, guys.
There you go. You heard it here, folks. Brandon Lambert, thank you again for coming out tonight. We're getting ready to watch BKFC 16 right now. Check it out, BK TV app. Get it yours now. It's very inexpensive. Brandon, again, thank you for coming on Combat Zone. You're always more than welcome here. And next time, hopefully, we can have you and John Schaubeck on the same show, getting it in together, promoting that fight. And we can't wait till it happens, sir. So, again, thank you. Appreciate it. We'll see you guys next Friday night, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. Until then, we're out. Peace.